and joining with nature. And I find today that there's way too much information that is being channeled and funneled into each and every one of us, that we need to step back, we need to close our minds, we need to open our hearts more.
Absolutely. To me, we've got so much technology around us. Everything happening every 5 minutes. There's something new occurring around the world, know, and if we don't take that time to step back, it's like, we should go fishing more often because it's quite calming. My husband loves it. He doesn't catch anything, like you. He's going to hit me.
Well, I guess he catches peace of mind.
Yes, it's the nature of relaxing. Yep. And if people could just take time out of their busy lives to relax for a few minutes, to achieve that inner
peace,
feeling peace, and to push that forward out, and the more they do it, everything becomes clear, decisions are made easier, and the healing of themselves can take place. Because often, we're so busy, we're not taking care of our bodies, we're just not doing the right things, and we're all guilty of it.
Sure. As a spiritualist yourself, from your perspective, what types of spiritual healings are there?
So, to me, there's a few. We've got absent healing, and we do use this in our circle. So people will come in and write people's names that need healing, that they feel need healing.
Right.
And what we'll do is we'll just send collectively as a group. We've got quite a powerful healing circle, really. I get some excellent feedback from because of because most of them keep coming every week. But when we send a healing out, it's a collective thing, and it works really well for those people. Another one is distant healing. Now, people can actually be in the room. When I say that distant healing, they can be in the room. It's a bit like absent healing, except that with the distant healing, that you're just focusing, you're not touching them as such. You're just focusing your attention on your healing thoughts of love and that onto them, and that works, and they can feel that. It's quite effective. It's a very effective way of doing. I think Harry Edwards is a classic example of someone who's done that.
Interesting.
Another one is contact healing, and that's just laying of the hands on people's shoulders, and really it's just allowing your spirit guide to use you there, and just allow that to flow through. Actually, energy is an amazing thing, how it can be focused to bring it together like that. It's quite an amazing thing, really. I wish I knew more about science, because that's what it is all about, really, the science of how it works.
So how did you learn all this, Helen? Did it come naturally? Did you have to take courses?
It did come naturally for me, yes.
What was it like when you healed your first person?
Gee, can I remember that? Let me
rephrase that question. What is it like when you heal someone?
Well, when I heal someone, it's like it's a feeling that the job's done. Because I'm not doing it, I'm merely the conduit. So if they say, if a client or a patient says to me, I feel so much better, then I've done my job. Because really, there's no miracle cures, I don't believe. It's a process. And once we start the process, the patient also has to remember to remain positive, to be they don't have to believe, but to keep their mind in a more positive attitude, to allow their own bodies to heal, because we can self-heal. So it's very hard to explain, but you can sometimes see, especially if you're working in the aura, you can sometimes see things be shaken out. Well, that's what I see anyway.
What is the basic difference? And I don't mean to be rude when I ask you this question, so if it comes out the wrong way, please excuse me. What is the difference between a spiritual church and the traditional religious philosophy churches that people usually associate religion with? For example, the Catholic Church, the Christian Church, the Hebrew temples, and so on.
Nothing much.
Really?
No, there's not much difference. The only difference between the spiritualist churches and the Orthodox churches, and I've been to all of them. I brought my daughters up as Catholics, and I'm Greek Orthodox. So, and I've always been very much into attending church services. But I suppose the spiritualist churches, the only difference to me is that we have speakers that get up and talk about, because we've got 7 principles. I guess we just abide by 7 principles.
All right, we're going to have to take our news break. When we come back, I'd like to continue talking about this because I'm sure there's many people who listen to the show around the world who would like to know. Helen, I want to thank you so much for joining us tonight. Great pleasure talking to you. Exo Nation, our guest this hour is Helen Rees. Her website is www.eventshelenrees.com. And Helen and I will be back on the other side of this news break. And some words from our fine sponsors as the Exxon continues with yours truly, Rob McConnell, around the world from our broadcast center in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Once again, Helen Rees is our special guest, and her website is www.eventshelenrees.com. Don't go away. Hi, this is Rob McConnell, just letting you know that the X Chronicles newspaper is now available online at www.xzonebookclub.com. All past editions and current editions of the X Chronicles newspaper are available for 99 cents. That's www.xzonebookclub.com, and that's 99 cents U.S. per edition. And don't forget, the X Zone store is now open as well for all of your Exo Nation merchandise. www.thexzonestore.com.
Do you have a dis-ease that you would like to alleviate through a natural means? Have you been contacted by angels, ghosts, or even extraterrestrials and want to validate these experiences? Or would you simply like to speak with someone who can help you find your life's purpose? I'm Dr. Joseph Mara, and I'm offering my services free of charge for first-time clients contacting me during the month of April. These free consultations include angel card readings, guided meditations, life coaching, and energy healing. If you have always wanted to explore these types of experiences but were skeptical or simply could not afford them, then take advantage of this free special offer. Contact me through my website, aguidinglight, spelled lite.com, to schedule your consultation today. Until then, I offer you love, light, and laughter.
This is Elizabeth Joyce with Stargazing week of September 15th through the 21st. This week brings abundant social opportunities and you feel a bit talkative. Talk to a wide variety of people, but don't believe everything you hear. It's a good time to explore numerous ideas, projects, and philosophies, but know that not all of them will come down to earth for you. There isn't much to say about this week except that it will be pleasant. Expect invitations, travel, and meeting new people. With this overflow of advantageous energy, the week invites you to set your intentions on hope and satisfaction. Every day energy has been low recently, and your feeling is that it's been hard to know how to focus where your attention should be. With Mars entering Sagittarius, clarity comes. You are in a take-charge mode, ready to take on a challenge, and willing to put yourself out in order to get what you want. This is a powerful time for attracting romance and creative attention. There may be some competitive feelings between you and a significant other now. Focus on reconciliation, forming or cementing bonds, diplomacy, consultation, one-on-one interactions, and negotiations. You may feel a little drained physically temporarily. Belief that you have been uncertain about suddenly become clear at the end of the week. Friendships may be intense, but instead of brooding over problems, you're motivated to make important changes that bring you closer to resolution on long-standing problems. Remember, conflicts are not set in stone, and most easily can be resolved with just a change of attitude. When it comes to income, you're challenged to think outside the box in order to come up with viable plans to improve your finances, and this theme will be with you through the end of the year. Don't limit yourself when it comes to thinking up novel and unique ideas. New technology or methods can really improve your daily life. There may be sudden discoveries or epiphanies that can help you improve your lifestyle, particularly with health and wellness. You may feel a challenge with authority or a desire to break out of financial restrictions this week. Be sure to apply a large dose of common sense to any dreams or schemes, and you could be in for a wild ride and a memorable adventure. If you don't, you're going to be kicking yourself all the way through October. A Leo moon on the weekend has you wanting to spend time in social situations where you can open your heart without concern. It's a warm and generous time. Sunday night, the night before the fall equinox, is a kind of an odd time. The moon moves into Virgo late in the evening, which supports service, simplicity, and accomplishing your list of tasks. At the same time, Neptune is busy, especially in the evening, and that is a space-out and daydream kind of energy. So part of you wants to work and part of you can't get it together. Watch a movie Sunday evening. That's a Neptune activity. Enjoy.
And for more information from Elizabeth Joyce for her books for a one-on-one private consultation, visit her website at www.new-visions.com. Well, if anybody has ever doubted the power of the X zone, well, we have a little bit of a way to prove that in this show, anything is possible. I'm sitting where I'm sitting. It is September the 16th. And by the power of the X zone, we're going to catapult into the future. Now, through the magic of Skype and radio, we have transcended time and space. Because, Helen, Rees, where you are, what is the date? Helen, are you there? Helen? Now, where did Helen go, Craig? Did we lose Helen?
Hello.
Oh, there you are,
Yes.
Helen. There you are.
I'm here.
All right, we seem to have lost you there for a second. Welcome back. What is the date where you are?
Today's date is the 17th of September, and it is 10:30 a.m.
See?
in the morning.
We're in the future.
We are.
We're a good team, Helen. We're a good team. Helen, before we went to the commercial break with the news, we were talking about the spiritual church, and you said that there were 7 principles. And I was wondering if you could tell our listening audience what the 7 principles are.
So, very, very simple ones. So, the first one is the fatherhood of God. The second one is the brotherhood of man. The third one is the communion of spirits and the ministry of angels. Fourth one, the continuous existence of the human soul. The fifth one is personal responsibility. And let me tell you, that's the most difficult one that everyone seems to have.
Right.
Have a problem with, taking personal responsibility. And then number 6 is compensation and retribution hereafter for all the good and evil deeds done on earth. And the final one is eternal progress open to every human soul. So they're the simple things that we abide by. So anyone coming into the church or a spiritualist church, it doesn't matter what denomination of religion they are in, because everyone is accepted.